Hi, and welcome back to Scandinavian Cichlids. Today we're going to talk about substrate for your African cichlids. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about substrate for your African cichlids. In this video, we will mostly talk about Malawi cichlids, but of course you can use this for all type of African cichlids and other fish that dig in the substrate or use the substrate to search for food. So the most important thing when choosing substrate for your African cichlids is to know how they use the substrate in their natural habitat. We have, for example, tiny Oletinops. They use the sand to search for food, so they will dig with their whole head down in the sand and look for small animals. Then we have the Alunokara, and they swim slowly across the sand and use sensors underneath their cheek and search for small animals or invertebrates in the sand. You are now heading to your local fish store or another store where you will buy some substrate for your African cichlids. And there's plenty to choose from. So what shall you do? Well, you have fine sand, medium sand, and then you have gravel in different sizes. I prefer to take some fine sand, some medium sand, and some small gravel and mix them together. One very important thing to know is that you shall not choose anything that has sharp edges, because it can injure the fish while they're scratching on the substrate, looking for food, or just digging around in your aquarium. And then of course, there's substrates in all kinds of colors. I prefer to choose something that looks similar to what it is like in Lake Malawi, where we have the typical beige gray color. And I tend to take something that is quite similar in color, both of the sand and the gravel, to make it look as natural as possible. So now, pick something you like and we will move on to the next step, mixing the substrate. So now you got some fine sand, you got some medium fine sand, and then you got some gravel in different sizes and different type of rocks. So let's start by putting some fine sand in the bottom. Then we take some medium sand on top. And then we finish it off with some small gravel. And of course, this doesn't look very natural. So what we have to do now is just to mix it around. And now you can start to place some rocks on top of this to make it look even more natural. So now we take some bigger rocks. And one important thing is to place the rocks directly on the bottom of your aquarium, because otherwise when the fish start to dig, it can happen that they will dig under the rocks and the rock will fall on them or on top of something else in the aquarium. So get them down in the substrate and it will be perfect. And as a little small thing, we will just add a snail shell from Malawi. So after you have done this, just take some sand again up on the rocks to make it look natural, because in Lake Malawi The stones are covered by sand, and this is what I like to do as well in my aquarium, to have it look as natural as possible. So now, in my opinion, you got the perfect substrate for your aquarium with African cichlids, and also in the natural way as it is in Lake Malawi. So that's it for the video about substrate. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and write a comment. And we will see you in the next video. Take care, guys.